I exerted all my strength to move the cabinet, but couldn't budge it even an inch. Ever since our son passed away, it was as if some kind of curse had been triggered in our home. Strange occurrences happened one after another. My husband and I's relationship fell apart, and arguments became a daily routine. My husband also neglected his work, spending entire days immersed in videos of our son, crying helplessly. Yet he transformed this despair into rage directed at me, pushing all the blame onto my shoulders. Every day was filled with endless quarreling. Despite feeling deeply wronged, I chose silence and didn't argue back. I tearfully sorted through our child's belongings, then cried alone. Until that day, I opened the door and my husband seemed like a different person. He gave me a kiss. He appeared to have emerged from the pain of losing our son. A glimmer of hope ignited in my heart, but his next words cast me right back into hell. He said he had run into my aunt on his way home. I froze instantly. My aunt had been dead for over 10 years. Then he asked if our child was asleep. I felt things were becoming terrifying. Just then, there was a sudden, urgent knocking at the door. I walked to the door, and the shouting from outside startled me. It was my husband's voice outside. Then who was the person I had just been talking to? I was scared out of my wits and rushed back to the living room to check. The husband who had just come home had vanished without a trace. Trembling, I opened the door, only to face my husband's scolding once again. To ease my heartache, I went to our son's grave to pour out my life's hardships. However, at that very moment, something strange happened again. I suspected I was having mental problems and experiencing hallucinations. I found my close friend and confided everything to her, trying hard to start a new life. But when I returned home that afternoon, I discovered that our son's clothes that had been hanging out to dry had disappeared. I thought my husband had taken them in. I hurriedly opened the clothing box to check. There, floating on top of a pool of blood, was our son's photograph.